Peace to y'all, peace to the most high, top of the top, man. Like, subscribe, comment on this video, man. Especially if you love boxing. We got something to talk about real quick. Everybody's tripping over this whole Terence Crawford lost his IBF belt. It was stripped and give it to Boots. They gave it to Boots and it's okay, cool. Now let's break this down. The IBF does not honor rematch clause. So the fact that Terence Crawford still got the WBO, the WBC, and the WBA, when he fought and he had that rematch clause, somewhere in the line of keeping that IBF title, he was supposed to defend the belt. His next defense was supposed to be against Boots. The IBF doesn't honor it, so they don't give a fuck pretty much. They don't care about your rematches. They don't care about what you got going on. Either you fight or we taking the belt. They don't honor it. Terence Crawford probably wasn't going to be able to fight Boots because of the whole rematch clause. It was supposed to be right back. What originally was supposed to take place was they was going to fight if Terence lost and or if anybody lost and he wanted to activate the rematch clause. It was supposed to happen in December. Well, now it's looking like that's being pushed off to February. Terence Crawford haven't defended this IBF belt. Boots been chasing all the top fighters around. I can't say all of them, but I know for a fact he's been chasing Terence around. And nobody really knows of Boots to be like they even want to see that fight. I will say this, and this is nothing against my people from Philly at all, but it seems like the people that's in the entertainment business or athletes or people just, you know, people that's doing something from Philly, they're some of the most arrogant people. And those are some of the most self-confided people, meaning they think they better than everybody. They don't think nobody is fucking with them. They don't think they can lose. They don't think, like, the way they talk, the way they think, their mindset is just like, I'm better than you, so what? It is what it is. You can't knock them. You can't knock nobody for feeling the way they feel about anything that they're pursuing, especially when it comes down to a dream or a career. So you feel me? So I totally understand it. But it doesn't always translate. If you get what I'm saying. Like, all that arrogance and shit, it gotta translate. Now, don't get me wrong. Boots is 31-0, 28 knockouts. Impressive. Very fucking impressive. But who have you fought to say, like, all right, this is gonna be a top fight. This is gonna be a major pay-per-view fight. Everybody gonna run out and grab this fight. If people run out and grab that fight, it's not because of you, Boots. I'm gonna just keep it real with you. It's not because of you. A lot of people don't know you. You're a professional boxer still fighting people at the gym that you first started training, and then what does it matter? Like they say, oh, Jordan and them was playing against plumbers? Okay. Well, it seemed like Boots and a few other names is boxing janitors, if that's the case. You got the IBF. Okay, cool. They don't honor it. You was next in line to fight them anyway. And y'all had this whole thing of Terence Crawford is ducking Boots. And y'all heard on $1 million worth of game, the conversation that they had. It made it seem like Terence Crawford was ducking. Nobody really knows Boots to be like, yeah, I want to fight him next. He got a name for himself. Granted, he can knock a motherfucker out. He can do all of that shit. But that don't mean that motherfuckers know you and they like, yo, I got him. I want to fight him. You got to keep fighting. Yeah, I can't keep making it seem like these top fighters is ducking these no-names, bro. That don't even make sense. That don't transfer in the sport of boxing, bro. It doesn't. It's about the money. If I'm making $20 million a fight, why would I go fight a nigga making $4 million a fight? I get it, he may be up next for the defend the title or whatever, but that don't make sense. You won all your fights, cool, but you couldn't even get a title shot. You had to wait for somebody to say, I ain't got time to defend the title, and for it to be stripped to become the champ. You wasn't gonna get in there and beat Crawford. You got people like Gilly the Kid and Wallow. And they so stuck on Philly that they ain't even paying attention to reality. They the ones boosting the hype and the nonsense up when it come to Boots too by even saying some of the dumb shit that they say. I get it. He can fight. He boxed. He did all of this. 31 wins, 28 knockouts. Okay, impressive. But you just getting your first title. Are you telling me that Boots is just becoming a champion just because somebody didn't go out there and defend the belt? Because they didn't have time to defend the belt? Now, if I'm wrong, let me know. You really think Terence Crawford was going to be able to fight 3 times in 6 months? Do you really believe that? Do you believe that he was going to be able to beat Arrow a few months ago, fight Boots Ennis, and then come back and fight Spence again? Do you really think that he was going to be able to fight? Man, it don't even make sense. So for all y'all saying Terence Crawford was ducking boots and ducking boots, ducking boots, bro, he's the WBA, WBC, WBO champion as well. He had the IBF, but no, bro, people get stripped for the belts all the time because they don't have the time to go out there and defend those belts. That's what's going on. He ain't ducking that, man. He just came off one of the biggest fights of his life. You think he getting ready to go backwards? You know how much money they generated off that fight? Spence and Crawford? The names alone sold the fight. Now look at it. Terence Crawford versus Jaron Boots Ennis. Who the fuck is that? Be for real. If you wanted to see that fight, it's because you like Boots. Just be for real. You did not want to see that fight for any other reason besides the fact that you like Boots. He haven't lost. He haven't lost. They both undefeated. Let them fight. You know how many people supposed to be getting title shots? You know how many people actually get a chance to defend? You can beat a no-name. You can beat 5 no-names and become contender for a belt, bro. Stop all the narratives, man. Y'all got to pay attention to the sport. Stop all the narratives. Terence Crawford is not ducking that man. The IBF stripped him because he didn't defend that belt. They don't care about a rematch clause, so they wasn't going to wait and say, all right, well, after you fight Spence again. They told him straight up, we don't care about no contract clause. You got to defend this belt. He didn't have time to. He didn't have chance to. He probably didn't even have a contract to. And they stripped him. So it is what it is, man. Got way more other belts to defend. He got way more other shots coming up. And he got way more bigger fights in line because of those titles. Let the IBF go back on the tour. And let's see what happens from here, man. We got Shakur fight coming up. I don't know who Boots going to end up fighting for this with this belt. Crawford and them, they might end up fighting again in February. So we just got to see how this plays out. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Do you think Boots is somebody that motherfuckers need to be worried about? He's an elite boxer if he's 31-0. Do you think that Boots can actually beat Crawford in a fight? Do you think it's worth him fighting Spence or Crawford or any of it? I mean, of course he deserves those top names. Of course he's going to want to fight top fighters. But do you think that's something that you would want to see? And if you do want to see it, what do you think the outcome would be? Do you think Crawford will beat this man? Do you think Spence will beat him? Do you think he's better than Gervonta and Devin Haney and Shakur? Let's just keep it there. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments, you know. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, get notified, and let's take this ride.